Today is January 6th, which means later this afternoon, Congress will certify President-elect Trump's victory in the 2024 election, a day expected to look dramatically different from 4 years ago. This proceeding, normally a formality that's part of the peaceful transfer of power in our nation's democratic process, now serves as a reminder of the attack on the Capitol in 2021. Lawmakers will gather today to certify the victory of a presidential candidate who attempted to forcefully overturn the legitimate results of his defeat in the previous election. The Capitol riot led to the largest ever federal criminal probe with thousands of convictions, plus criminal charges against the president-elect himself, charges that, as Vaughn mentioned, have since been dismissed. While no mob or interruption is expected at today's proceeding, law enforcement is adding security. NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Ryan Nobles joins us now with more on this. Ryan, good morning. So here's the deal. Today, Vice President Kamala Harris is going to preside over this process that will officially mark her own defeat in the presidential election. That hasn't happened in more than 20 years, since Al Gore. Many are still thinking about this deadly attack on the Capitol 4 years ago. So tell us what we should expect in this proceeding later today, especially with the history that really now looms over it.
Yeah, Joe, I mean, it is just, you can't understate just how different it's going to be this time around than it was 4 years ago. First of all, there's a major snowstorm here in Washington, D.C. That's going to impact the way that this process plays itself out. But there are no crowds lining up at the ellipse outside the White House. There is all kinds of security and fencing up around the Capitol complex to prevent any sort of protest spilling into the Capitol, to prevent the peaceful transfer of power. And then inside the halls of Congress, this is expected to be a relatively perfunctory process. Both the House and Senate will vote to certify the election results. There will be an opportunity to object. We don't expect any objections. And you're absolutely right. Vice President Kamala Harris, who ran for the top job, will be presiding over the Senate as they formally certify the election win for Donald Trump. Just a very different scene than what we saw here 4 years ago, where Donald Trump and his supporters refused to accept the results of the election and did everything they could to try and prevent that peaceful transfer of power. Joe.
And Ryan, as you mentioned, no violence expected, no objections expected. Still, law enforcement not taking any chances. Talk about some of the preps they're taking in advance of today.
Well, the most obvious thing that you can see around the Capitol right now is that fencing that surrounds the entire Capitol complex. 6 feet high. It's an unscalable fence. More than anything, the biggest remnant of the January 6th insurrection attempt. This is something that the Capitol Police now has at its ready to deploy whenever they think there could be a security threat. That fencing is expected to stay in place through the inauguration, so it will allow them that security posture through the inauguration itself. And then the process itself today is going to be a little bit different than it was 4 years ago. It's much more of a formality legally as well than it was 4 years ago, where the members of the Senate and House basically just have to say yes or no. There aren't the real opportunities to try and challenge the results of the election. That was put in place after what we saw take place here on January 6th. So it's just going to be a very dramatically different day here on Capitol Hill than it was 4 years ago.
All right, Ryan Nobles. Ryan, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or follow us on social media.